This was in practice. Both my concussions happened in practice.
Football practice?
Football practice, yeah. And it was basically a hitting drill, and they put freshmen up against varsity players. And so basically, I went up against like probably one of the best linemen that there was at the time at Somerville High School. And when we ran into each other, we basically went head on head, and he just knocked me straight out. And I'm not sure if I was unconscious or not. I shouldn't be the one you'd be asking if like I was the one suffering the concussion at the time, so I don't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like the minute I got back up, I knew something was wrong. Like I was like, there was, you know, when you see like flashing dots everywhere and like all that stuff. I was literally seeing stars, and I changed, I went home, and I didn't really like want to tell my mom anything because I was scared she wasn't gonna let me play football again. So I just literally locked myself in the closet for about like 3 hours in the dark until it was nighttime, and then I just went out and fell asleep and woke up the next day, and then I went on with my day, like not knowing what was going on.
So the next day, did you play football again?
No, the next day we didn't have practice, so that was pretty good. So I pretty much, like, my head was throbbing the entire day. But it wasn't until the third day after, like, getting that hit was when it really started, like, when I really started feeling things. Like, everything was hurting. Like, picking up a pencil was hurting. Like, it's just, like messing with your brain just screws up everything.
So at that point, did you keep going how it was? And so then you told your mom, you told your coach, or what?
Well, I still didn't tell everyone. I just suffered through the pain because I didn't want to like risk like not being able to play football. We had basically two bye weeks that week after I received it, so I didn't have practice for 2 weeks, and I just didn't contact my coach. And once after those 2 weeks were done, we had practices, but I didn't go to those 2 weeks. But I emailed my coach saying that I had a concussion, just to let him know that like I'm not gonna be able to like make it and all that. And he said, yeah, that's fine, just rest up. And so I just went on living like for the 2 days. It wasn't like as bad as it was the first week, but I still had like migraines and stuff like that.
Okay. So how long total do you think until you would say that you were 100% after that?
It was probably like, the first concussion was probably about 4 weeks until I got back on the field.
Okay. So when you told your coach, what did he really say? And was there like a protocol in general for your team for getting concussions, or what kind of happens? Or is it kind of an individual thing you take care of with your parents and your doctor?
It's more of an individual thing.
Okay.
It's like, when I first got it, like, I got up and I was like, whoa, like, this isn't wrong. And so I told my coach, like, my head's hurting. And, like, he kind of was worried that I had a concussion, so he was just like, just sit out the rest of the practice, don't do anything. And basically, I just went home, and, like, nothing really happened. My coach didn't really come back to me, like, asking what was wrong, and he just sent me home.
Then